I did.
I would too.
Yeah.
8:55 here at Big 550 KTRS. Mark Klaas is with us. He is a friend of the show, and we have a personal connection. I was kicked off the Nancy Grace show that he was actually on. He did not storm off in solidarity with me, but I will still forgive him for that. Mark Klaas, welcome back to the show.
Thank you, sir.
You became famous in 1993 because of your daughter Polly class. Remind everybody what happened.
Well, it was exactly 22 years ago yesterday. The 1st of October, 1993, Polly was having a slumber party with two girlfriends in the home she shared with her mother in Petaluma, California. And at 10:30 in the evening, a bearded, knife-wielding stranger invaded the slumber party, tied up Polly's girlfriends, bound and gagged them, and then stole her into the night. We then spent the next 65 days searching for Polly, only to find that she had been kidnapped, raped, and murdered by a recidivist violent offender within about 2 hours, a 2-hour time span. That individual now sits on California's death row.
How do you go to bed at night and close your eyes? How were you able to go on?
Well, it was very difficult, particularly in the early years. It was extremely difficult. And in fact, this anniversary, the 1st of October, I was on Xanax for probably the first 10 years. Wow. I would go on Xanax every 1st of October and stay on it through the 3rd of January, which would have been Polly's birthday. But you know what? We've tried to create her legacy. We've tried to give meaning to her death. We've engaged in a lot of different arenas, and I look back on this now and I see that we've helped some people, and it does help me. Yeah. I mean, my wife and I are able to enjoy the beautiful things in life now.
You have dedicated the foundation to registering other children, right? Explain your foundation and why you're in town.
Well, sure. The KlaasKids Foundation was put together for the exact reasons that I just mentioned, for Polly's legacy and to create meaning. And one of our premier products, one of our premier programs is a print-a-thon program where we fingerprint and photograph kids. And what we do is we use electronic equipment to do that. We give their parents a bio document that has pictures, it has fingerprints, and it has blank form fields for personal and private information. With that, we give them a DNA collection kit. We give them child-friendly, proactive child safety tips, internet safety tips, a 12-point plan on what's a 12-point plan on what to do in case of an emergency.
Right.
And we've never charged for that service, and we don't database it. We don't really register anybody. What we want to do is make sure parents are the first responders in case of an emergency.
We're short on time, and we're going to go over a little bit, David, because this is important. Police need this information if, God forbid, the child is missing.
Sure. And the reason for that is because time is the enemy. You need to be able to get on the ground and start running immediately. And the more time you're spending trying to collect information on your child, the longer it's going to take, and the less your chances of a safe recovery.
And you also say that the parents of the first suspects sit down and tell them everything you know as soon as possible.
That's absolutely correct. In every case. In absolutely every case. Not in every case are the parents involved, like mine, but you have to cooperate with law enforcement, share your deepest, darkest secrets, if that's what's necessary.
Because you need to get them off you as soon as possible to go find somebody else.
Well, they work parallel investigations, so they'll be looking at you, they'll be looking at other family members, friends, acquaintances, delivery persons, and then strangers, registered sex offenders, and the sooner you can eliminate those, the faster they can move.
KlaasKids.org is the website, and then you guys are going to be at the Kirkwood Police Department tomorrow.
Tomorrow from 10 o'clock until 2 o'clock, running the print-a-thon.
And just go there. It's free of charge from 10 to 2 at the Kirkwood Police Department.
It's free of charge. It's underwritten by the Munganess folks.
We got to make sure we take care of them. Mark Klaas, you are always welcome here. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you, sir.
Quick check of traffic and weather. Tim Weiland in the St. Louis Closet